Okay, what's up YouTube? Did you guys miss this good mic? Sorry, I was visiting Atlanta for like a week, so we kind of had a shitty webcam mic, but now we're back. So today, today's video I have for you guys is gonna be about Teemo ADC, which is crazy. Okay, so Manko, if you guys don't know who Manko is, he's a challenger Teemo one trick who got challenger with Teemo in top jungle and now ADC. And he just hit it like a day ago. So we need to figure out how he did it because he has a 75% win rate challenger. He just dropped out, but yeah, he had a 75% win rate hitting challenger with ADC Teemo. And we need to figure out how he did it, okay? So I have one of his most recent games put up here against Jinx, which is the meta ADC currently, okay? And we are going to see how he did it. So, Teemo ADC is a bit strange, right? Because, you know, Teemo doesn't really have the range to really compete with a lot of ADC in lane. And also, you also have that effect where your team sees you pick ADC Teemo and they might actually just lose their mind, right? So I'm curious to see what he does in this full challenger lobby. He's going invisible in lane. Level 1. It's always good to not leash your jungle so that you can go do level 1 strats like this in bot lane. Oh, what's he saying? Oh, he sees that they invaded top side. Oh, so he wants to sit here. He wants to sit here. I guess it's kind of confusing with both talking. He's going to try and sit here to wait for the enemy bot lane / jungle to come face check them. This is actually going to be really effective if... because they know they went level 1 invade, so they know this is not warded, right? Because if you go together level 1, then as the enemy team going into the top side, then you do not have time to place a ward in your bot side jungle here. So they're just chilling here. He does see the enemy bot lane. Looks like they're gonna start this chicken. Something got warded. He needs to go to lane. He says he saw him. He needs to go to lane. So yeah, what I was saying earlier is you should always try and do something level 1. Don't be AFK. You have to either control the lane, like you saw Manko did. He ran to lane and went invisible, seeing if he could cheese the lane level 1. Or you have to do something with your team level 1, like invade or counter invade or something. Here, he went for a good trade against Jinx. You'll note that he took E, level 1, instead of Q. I believe he does max E. It does more damage. He's kind of getting pushed in here. The enemy bot lane is going to get level 2 here for sure, but he's trying to thin out the wave. They're literally about to get 2 and like flash on him. I'm not really sure why he's not running yet, but he's about to hit 2. Hopefully, no. He's got one more minion to kill. He went invisible. What is this? He just ran to the bush and went invisible. That was kind of crazy. Okay. Now he's level 2 here. I don't think Soraka takes... usually Soraka lanes want to trade, right? And heal up, slowly build up an HP lead. And Soraka usually takes heal level 3 because Q is level 1 and E is level 2. So you can have as much pressure in lane as possible as Soraka. So they're trying to... he's going to try and trade as much as possible, anticipating level 3 Soraka heal. Enemy bot lane's really respecting this Viking. I'm not going to lie. If I were the enemy bot lane, I would not care that Vi's here. I would just make this Vi gank, right? They don't really have a gank here, so yeah, Jinx should just be pushing the entire time, playing for level 3 here, and then crashing at the very minimum, which he does here. Good. And it looks like Manko is just chilling. We're just farming on the tower. He's not doing anything too crazy. He's not trying to walk up when he has less minions, except for that level 2 thing. That was crazy. He did actually do something crazy. They got level 2 and he just ran into the bush, chilling. Being chilling when invisible. That was kind of wild. I think we'll see more Teemo tricks like that. That's kind of what you want to see if you have a 75% win rate with Teemo in bot lane. Getting to challenger is kind of crazy. Not exactly sure why Thresh is in lane and Jinx is not. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here, but Jinx should still be in lane. But it seems like she based, which is kind of strange because she's just letting this Teemo Soraka lane build up a wave and then crash. Right? But the thing that's strange to me is that Thresh didn't base, right? Usually the support is the one who hides their base, not the ADC. What I mean by that is usually the ADC is the one showing and the support is out roaming or doing something. Like Thresh was literally AFK for the last 30 seconds. It was actually kind of insane if you think about it. It would have been better if he was like off vision, literally. Like what did he gain by staying on vision? I'm not really sure. But Jinx really wanted to base. She based for Cole, caught the crash, Manko is looking for his base now, but he's gonna lose an entire wave if he bases here. This is not really allowed. Something's happening in the river, but this is not a real fight. Nothing's happening here. So he's just gonna have to deal with a Jinx with an extra Ko here, which is probably fine, honestly. Not too bad. He hasn't gone for any trades yet, but to be fair, they haven't. There have been no opportunities, so to speak, because the enemy ADC just base, right? I think this is really a really late base because Jinx is about to crash it right now, right? So if he wanted to consider this, he should have done this immediately when he realized that they were slow pushing. He's going for AD here, not AP. That's also interesting. Apparently, I saw him say that you can go AD or AP. Not exactly sure what the criteria is for either. But yeah, you're going to see he's going to lose like at least 5 minions here. The melee, 2 melees, maybe 3 melees. Oh, maybe 3. He loses 3 minions. I think it's like 5 minions, right? He's going to lose a range creep here. Okay, so he lost 5, right? He lost 5 right there. 6. He lost 6 minions. The lane doesn't seem to be going too well. He's not like decisively losing, but he did lose a bunch of minions for low gain or no gain, honestly. So I'm kind of curious to see where this goes. He's going for a trade here, playing to dodge a hook. Very nice. And these trades are amazing because again he has Soraka. He's just gonna run them down now, right? Just keep trading until they have no HP and then all in, right? Yeah, I mean it just looks like the enemy bot lane tried to fight when Teemo had just based. They missed everything and didn't run away. So I mean, yeah, pretty clean by Manko. Good dodge on the hook, and realizing that he just needs to just PvP, no problem, and he will just win the trade. And then he just ended up killing Thresh. Also, he has Ignite, by the way. I think this is very important. I think the Ignite is definitely what allowed him to kill the Thresh there. So I'm not sure if he takes it every game, but it definitely seems to be a an important summoner. If you think about it, it plays into Teemo's pattern of going invisible and then bursting when someone steps on his shroom into Q auto attack Ignite, right? There's a lot of burst potential here. He was pretty weak, I think, in lanes nowadays. I'm not exactly sure how good Ghost is on Teemo, if Teemo has his W already. After getting the kill, the classic, he just pushed into Help Dragon. Here, he can try and attempt a base. Or just go back bot. Yeah, attempting a base. A base is good here. He needs to spend his money. He just killed the Thresh here, right? He has no sums, so he does have to be wary of a Thresh Lantern play with Wukong if Wukong is approaching 6 soon. But the lane's going great so far, honestly. Really no issues. Both bot laners playing pretty safe, I'm not gonna lie. Except for Thresh kind of running it down there, but you know, it happens, right? Very stable game. No one is decisively winning yet. Both jungles have a kill. Yeah, mid's getting ganked, but Soraka's on the way. Maybe if Soraka can get there in time, the heal can turn the fight here into a... Oh, okay, it looks like we won the game here. If enemy jungle mid literally die here, I don't think they will though. Vi's not level 6 yet. Manko is looking to try and help this, trying to distract the Thresh from roaming, which is good as long as you don't miss the minion's bot, right? He wasn't actually trying to fight the Thresh. I want you guys to know he was just trying to distract the Thresh from moving, full committing the move, because you know, it'd be very bad if Thresh went to go for free, right? He's just trying to do what he can. Obviously, he has to stay bot to pick up the wave, but maybe you can try and influence the support Tanako, right? Got every single minion on the tower. Very nice. It looks like enemy bot lane is not cheesing. You can see that Soraka found them, right? They were in the tri-bush. So it looks like he stood still for a sec. I think it was attempting to go invisible. You do get attack speed after you go invisible, right? He's attempting to trade with auto Q with the Soraka heal. Okay, he's gonna go on Jinx here for sure. Remember, in the 2v2 all-in, you always focus the enemy ADC, right, to prevent them from just killing your support for free. And then the blind did a lot to prevent Jinx from doing damage. So actually a lot of Teemo bot lane value might come from just being able to blind the enemy ADC. It's kind of crazy. He's saying that Wukong is probably bot. Yep, Wukong is in fact bot. But Vi is coming soon, so this doesn't seem too bad. I don't think they can dive. Also, he can actually outplay dives if because he can go invisible. Teemo's kind of crazy. Look, they're actually gonna try and dive, and I think he will actually survive this. He has no sums though. I think he's okay. Yeah, and traps. His shrooms make it hard for them to dive as well. Oh my god, being able to go invisible is actually kind of crazy. This Teemo pick bot lane, I thought it was a little bit sus due to the range, but it's actually not even bad. Yeah, and the Vi is here, like I said, right? The enemy bot lane tries to attempt something suspicious, and it doesn't succeed. Vi will literally just kill everyone, which is exactly what's happening. I think a lot of the value in Teemo bot is looking like a lot of interesting plays can happen in the bot lane in the sense that the pattern, the play pattern with Teemo is vastly different from any other ADC. Like, so for example, the enemy bot lane is focusing your support. You can literally get their ADC off your support by just blinding them, and they do no damage, right? Or playing anti-dive, he can just sit invisible on their tower and then pick up CS or hit them when they try and hit your tower, or even just keep staying invisible. Wow, this Thresh really came bot to stop his base. That's kind of crazy. But I guess there's nothing to do mid. But yeah, that was really insane. Well played by Manko. And rest in peace, enemy bot lane. I mean, this Thresh and Jinx and Wukong are kind of being they're kind of looking like clowns this game. But honestly, I think it is because no one has ever seen Teemo being played ADC, so they have no idea what to do against it. Right? It's actually so wild. Like, for example, I think if Thresh had swept into hook, that would have been an acceptable play into dive, right? Because Teemo had no flash. But yeah, I mean, they had never played against this before, so the execution is a little strange, right? So this is actually looking kind of viable, I'm not gonna lie. Thresh is missing everything. I mean, I don't know what this is, but any kind of trade is good for Soraka lane. Plus, he also has Kraken Spike, so all he has to do is just fight. And then he blinds the ADC. You notice how he saved his blind for the ADC to prevent them from doing damage? I mean, like, they literally couldn't do anything. It was actually crazy. Gets a good trade. It's just watching this, by the way, if you need to understand your matchups in the bot lane, right? So what I mean by that, for example, is Teemo has a Soraka here. So Teemo wants to trade, right? You want to take small trades with his auto Q, or maybe they step on a shroom or something. And Soraka will heal Teemo up, thus getting like an HP lead. And you can leverage that HP lead into lane prowl, which will help you get plates, or, you know, play around the dragon, or help your support go mid, right? Maybe Soraka can go heal mid or something, right? Could be relevant. And what the Thresh lane needs to do is they need to play off hook. So if they miss the hook, they need to not fight. And Thresh keeps fighting after missing literally everything. So it's kind of crazy. Here, Manko kind of getting punished, hitting the tower. He kind of tried to ignore Jinx and it didn't work. You know, at 10 minutes, Unleash TP gets unlocked, which means that people can start TPing to wards, right? Especially wards behind you in the bush. What you're supposed to do is, you know, around that 10-minute mark, if the enemy bot lane has pushed up into your side of the lane within the last 1 minute 30 seconds, which is kind of like how long a yellow trinket lasts for in the first 15 minutes of the game, you want to sweep behind you, or put pink wards behind you. Right. Otherwise, it's very easy for the enemy solo laners to just TP behind you and get free kills. And those free kills can actually snowball into dragon and whatnot. It looks like he out of base. He ran straight towards the dragon, not pushing bot. By the way, that lane is pushing away from him. He is giving up an entire wave here to have activity in the river. Right? That wave is dead, by the way, because it's pushing towards the enemy team here. Like, all the melees are dead already. He does not give a fuck. He is literally just walking around trying to see if he can get something done, which it looks like he thinks he can. Look, look, look. He lost the entire wave, but he's doing Jinx's entire health bar. Ignites, blinds, gets her flash, her entire health bar. He's diving. Flashes out, surely. He doesn't flash? Wait, I thought he was out. Wait, he lost 2 waves for that. Okay, I'm not sure if I mean, I like the creativity and I like the activity, but I think he could have actually gotten out, or he didn't even have to kill Jinx. He could play for dive, right? But I honestly, like, not the worst, not the best either. Jinx is picking up everything here. He is missing everything here. I am not exactly, if I were in his shoes, I would not exactly be happy about that trade, but I definitely think he could have done it and flashed out. So he probably thought, like, he wasn't sure, so he didn't want to waste flash, right? It'd be pretty bad if you die and you lost flash. But I thought he could get away with it. So here he realizes that the wave is already like giga fucked and he's gonna lose it by the time he gets there. So he's just doing Gromp while Jinx is cleaning everything up. Team dies mid. I mean, that's not really his fault, right? Okay, so yeah, it's very interesting. There's a lot of like activity going on, so to speak. He definitely is prioritizing activity over CSing. In fact, I don't think I've seen him prioritize CS a single time. Low key. Like, he had a base timer where he lost 6 minions. He had this wraparound Jinx play where he lost like 3 waves. So it's looking like if you can get something done, you just do that over the wave. With the at least on Teemo, he is taking some damage here. It's good to note that while you don't want to trade, you don't want to take damage for free. Right, so he took a bunch of damage from Jinx for free, and it's not easily healable because Soraka is mid right now, right? So it looks like they're trying to collapse, but this doesn't look too great. I'm pretty sure that support and jungle could be here, and their mid's moving at the same time. You want to cancel this. This is not a real play, right? Jinx has everything up. They're going for Gragas here. Is this maybe this Gragas angle looks playable? Okay, Gragas is just dead. It's kind of lit. He's snapping cheeky little kill there. He does press W whenever he needs to go to a fight. I mean, he's just walking through because all he needs to do is just trade with Jinx, which he just did. Remember, auto Q on Teemo with this Emax seems to do a lot of damage. And Strux is just going to heal him, right? So he has no problem. And it looks like Kraken does a lot of damage with this Teemo first as well. I don't even think this Teemo bot is looking bad at all. It's looking very very interesting. I am kind of shocked at how this Thresh hasn't been able to hit anything in his lane. But I guess the only target is Teemo, because if Thresh hooks Soraka, Teemo's gonna blind Jinx, right? Oh yeah, he baited out the Thresh here. It's really good. Come out of stealth into bait abilities seems to be like a really good strategy. And his Shroom like instantly killed a wave. That was really fast push power. He has no AP, by the way. It's just like the natural Shroom damage and E damage. So it's fascinating. So he's probably going to try and rotate lanes. He's basing with 1400 gold. Is it a Terminus? It's a Terminus. Kraken Terminus classic combo. You'll see it on Ashe. You'll see it on Kai'Sa. Anyone who builds Kraken basically is going to end up building Terminus. They like the attack speed. A lot of auto attacks. You know, they don't really do the Lord Dom route. They do the Terminus route, especially after Terminus got buffed. It's a very good item now. Yeah, Ashe even goes Terminus first. Sometimes you saw the Korean players go Terminus first. So he's using Shroom to instantly wave clear. 2 Shrooms to clear range creeps apparently, or 2 Shrooms to clear the wave under tower. Okay. He's gonna try and push this, right? That's what I would imagine. You just fight this. I don't know what they're doing. Low key can actually just run at them. Yeah, Thresh is just missing everything. It's unfortunate. He's just running at them. He just wants to trade, right? Any trade is good here. Wukong might be here. They're playing kind of weird, but I think they just lose here because Vi is here, right? They actually end up hooking Straka into tower, which is pretty good. He blinded Jinx, but like, you know, the tower did all the damage, right? He blinded Jinx again? Oh my goodness. Okay, and then once he's out of juice, he starts running, right? Okay, so he crashes the wave. He killed Thresh! He killed Thresh with the poison! Huh? Yo, Teemo E is strong. Oh my god, he missed cannon. Manko, please. Boy, but the poison is strong. What? Like, Thresh is dead? Well, I didn't even expect that. Like, Ignite strikes again. That was crazy. Soraka literally sprinted into tower, and he still came out ahead of that. By the way, like, of course, Vi is here, so he has some jungle pressure, so he got the tower, right? But even 2v2, low-key, he's not even in that bad of a spot. 2v2, you know, Soraka just died there. Wow, okay, so now we go mid. Sure. Now from here, this is what I'm curious. Like, shouldn't Jinx just kind of outrange Teemo, right? And then, you know, he's gonna in these team fights, like, how effective will Teemo be compared to Jinx? Jinx gets 1 reset and pops off, right? So I wonder what the plan is with Teemo. He ignores mid, by the way. This Teemo is purely playing for activity. Actually, the opposite of what I would do pretty much every single time. Like, look, they're just losing infinite mid here. By the way, they lost the tower, they lost the wave. He helped kill Gragas, I guess, but he's losing infinite. Honestly, if I were Jinx, I would be hitting this tower and exiting topside, right? They should be hitting the tower, exit topside, with the Thresh Lantern, and make the enemy support and jungle react to this, right? Mort can't really move because he's pushed in. This is their timing to go on Teemo here, by the way. Like, Thresh can go over the wall here with flash or something, especially if the lane is warded. Tipped for support mains out there, or people who just have wards. Warding mid lane high, which means in enemy territory, like where their dead tower would be, is very good for seeing what the enemy bot lane is trying to do. And you can make plans off that. Like, Thresh could actually hide in chickens and go for a flash hook or something. So here he's planning to contest the dragon. He does not care about mid pro at all. He's just sitting straight in the river. Pure activity, this Teemo. Is making me think that this Teemo is a early mid-game pick. I'm not exactly sure how well it scales, but it seems to do really well early mid-game. Now he's reacting. It's a little bit late to react to the mid push here. So they start the dragon instead. I mean, I really do not like this, because not only are they losing mid, they're also going to get wiped at dragon here. But hopefully they got something here. I think the power in this pick is like you can just walk up and blind people. He's not afraid of Olaf at all because he's going to blind Olaf, right? But yeah, I'm pretty sure they just all die here. I don't understand why they are not, you know, playing for the mid push and then they just start dragon. But maybe he can carry. He's low-key just right-clicking everyone to death. He is high-key right-clicking everyone to death. Like, what? And then he flashing and killed Jinx too? What? Right-click king? And they got the dragon? Oh my god. Wow, this Teemo pick looking juicy. Oh, he pressed W sprinting at Olaf. Can he kill with Ignite? I mean, I'm pretty sure he can kill. Oh my god. The fleet forward too with the move speed. Oh my god. We're so fucking back he is, bro. He was never gone. Guys, what am I watching? I don't even know what to say. I mean, this pick somehow generated a lead in lane. He got the 2 items first. Just fucking fought the dragon, RNG coin flip, killed everybody using his sums, had high value sums, and then now he's just chilling. He's got 2,500 golden base. It looks unlosable from here. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that because Teemo has no escapes, right? Besides his, you know, waddle a little faster with W and like sums like flash. So I feel like it's easy for Teemo to get caught. He's going, what is he going? He's going Rage Blade here. I guess this is the most damage. This makes the most sense, right? Even Teemo even has AP scaling, famously so, right? You'll know that his runes are Fleet Fork and some in the green tree. It's the name of the green tree is eluding my grasp right now, but I'm sure people in the comment section know what it's called. Also, we can actually take a look right now. Let me pause this real quick. What exactly is he running? He's running conditioning overgrowth. Okay, and he's taking Triumph, Alacrity, and Coup. Okay, interesting. Oh, and he doesn't take AD, he takes double health. Oh my goodness, am I looking at the right thing? Let me check this game. Is it really the same every single game? Oh my god, double health with attack speed? Oh, he's relying on his E damage. He's not really relying on the AD at all if he takes Adaptive Force. Wow, that's fascinating. And the conditioning overgrowth is a classic with some ADCs with shorter range, like that get jumped on very easily, like Kog'Maw, for example. So the idea, I guess that's the idea, is going into the mid game, he's going to be tankier. He's taking double health with conditioning, which gives you armor magic resist after a certain amount of time, right? 10-12 minutes. And now he's just running in and fighting everything he sees. I think that's the plan. And he's probably just going to shroom himself. This is where he dies for sure. This is what I'm saying. Teemo has no escape. So I'm pretty sure all they need to do is just kind of run at him and he dies. Yeah, okay. And this is where Jinx is like getting the resets. This is the mid game I was worried about, where it seems hard for Teemo to do anything except click on the closest guy. They actually lost Baron off that. That's crazy. You'll note that he literally couldn't really do much except hit the closest guy, and then he got CC'd. Is GG, right? There's really not much you can do there except don't get hit by the hook, right? And enemy team does in fact secure Baron, so the game is no longer free. Interesting. Yeah, so what I'm seeing is a lot of the power is coming from the early game with Teemo, which is interesting because I wouldn't have thought of it like that. But I guess the blind and laning phase is really oppressive, and being able to go invisible has a lot of lane tricks. There's a lot of lane tricks you can do. And out of lane, it seems clear that it's pretty hard to click on someone without them just running you down, right? I'm sure you ADC mains know. It's pretty hard to exist when like Olaf and Wukong is sprinting at you, and you're a low-range ADC with no escape. How many low-range ADCs are there without an escape? Even Vayne has like condemn options, invisible options. Jinx has rocket range, right? He is dead here again, by the way. Like the instant you get hooked, the instant you get hit, you're just kind of dead. Like I'm pretty sure. Wait, he just like walks away from this, or well, that was kind of insane. How did he just walk away from that? I guess he blinded Jinx, right? Did I see that correctly? I think he blinded Jinx. Doesn't care about mid. Always perm activity. He does get one shot by Olaf. Not a good trade, by the way, because you are losing mid here while this happens, and also the fight was pretty bad, right? So if you opt to FF a wave, the play better work, right? So this, and especially if they have Baron, right? Jinx literally should be hitting the inhib here, I think. I'm not really sure why Jinx came to this, but it'd be pretty easy for Jinx to just hit the tier 2 here. She's kind of playing for kills, but it's a little bit unreliable, right? So she could have gotten the tier 2 tower here instead of coming to this bot fight that was already low-key over. Oh, he's actually not going Rage Blade. He's going Blade of the Ruined King. Blade of the Ruined King does do a lot of damage. I think is a fan favorite in this season. Bork and Kraken, I think, are really good single target damage options. Along with Terminus is not necessarily single target, but Terminus is also very good. So he's going Bork here, probably is max damage. I think Rage Blade is probably best like later, unless you're playing something like Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw does need Rage Blade, like Bork Rage Blade or Kraken Rage Blade, like first 2 items. But everyone else, like Kai'Sa, like Kai'Sa and Ashe and whatnot, like these guys don't really build Rage Blade until later, unless you're doing like Kai'Sa's like Rage Blade, static Nashor's Rage Blade build. Sorry, it's static Rage Blade Nashor's. Sorry, I got the order mixed up. But yeah, so he's going Bork here. Doesn't buy a pink ward, by the way. Probably doesn't believe in buying a pink ward to set up team. So I guess, but that's okay. I'm kind of curious to see how they fight for this soul. This soul is kind of the win con, right? Ocean Soul, very relevant. Maybe not exactly 100%, you know, game over, but looks good. He's catching the wave really deep here. It's good to know. Good to know that he's catching the wave really deep here as the team is making a Giga play top. He's gonna go to the play immediately, right? Because the enemy team was angling the dragon to prevent Soul. So instead, Meko's team is trying to make a topside play. He's trying to catch his Olaf here. Is it going to work? He needs to just press all his buttons on this dude. Pretty sure that's all he has to do. Maybe he can ward that. He didn't ward the lantern in time. But yeah, that guy got away. He needs to go back mid somehow, right? They need to catch their waves here. It looks like he's sticking around. Not exactly sure what the plan is here, but someone needs to tend to mid, right? I guess there's still a fight going on. Not really. This is pretty fake. Vi has no ulti, so they're just wasting Meko's team's time. Like no one's catching bot, no one's catching mid. They're really just kind of trying to run at the enemy team here, but I don't think this team comp can do that at all. Yeah, he's just losing a wave mid here. So he seems to prioritize as much activity as possible, but he is losing a lot of CS and gold for it, which I definitely don't agree with. But he knows the champion better than I do, so maybe he thinks he can find something. He can find like a random fight or something. Here he's gonna go red. I will say that Teemo in the front to back kind of looks lit. In a lot of fights. I think it's more in skirmishes that looks lit. When 5v5 team fights, a little bit awkward. And in this season, skirmishes are really important in the first 15 minutes of the game because they kind of set the tone of how the rest of the game will go in the mid game and the late game. You'll notice, remember like he won a bunch of lane skirmishes and river skirmishes and ended up having 2 items at the dragon fight, right? Which ended up having a huge impact. He does seem to be using his shrooms to clear the waves mid. Which is interesting, right? He hasn't really been he's not like AP Teemo, he's not setting up shrooms to try and do some like poke damage when they step on it or anything like that. He's kind of saving it for the wave and maybe for kiting purposes in team fights. Here the enemy team is kiting towards the top side jungle. They just need to push mid here, right? He needs to push mid here. All he has to do is just pretty much not die in the first like 3 seconds of the fight, and then look for like a flash angle on Jinx is what I would imagine, while kiting out like the Olaf, right? So he's planning to stop them from cutting the wave. He thinks they're going to cut the wave here, so he's going invisible here, I think. Okay, they're not cutting the wave. In fact, it looks we did spot Jinx. They're trying to cut the Olaf here into Baron. Pretty sure this Olaf dies, they get Baron, so I'm not really sure what Olaf is thinking here. He has TP or something. This Olaf better be TPing out. Looks like they're trying to catch Wukong. Nope, I mean, Olaf is just gone. I'm not really sure what they're chasing here, but they're losing mid for this again. So yeah, I don't know. They keep losing mid. They keep losing mid for everything here. Flashes, but he's just instantly dead. Yeah, I mean, there's no way you're gonna get away from this Olaf. Again, they're losing on this play. They're losing mid. They're losing bot. The fight doesn't look that good. So I'm not exactly sure how Meko's team ends up winning this game. It's not looking promising. Wait, Jinx is dead somehow. How did Jinx die? Hold up, we gotta go back here. How did Jinx die? Who killed Jinx? How did Jinx die? It's not even... Oh, Jinx ate a random Orianna ult into Mortal. What the hell? That's not good. Okay, well, that's how they won, I guess. So then they do Baron here. Wow, I think Meko is just flipping a bunch of fights. Low key. They're chasing. They're not doing Baron, by the way. I guess they feel like they can't Baron. They have no damage between Orianna, Vi, and Mordekaiser. I guess it's fair. Meko is looking to cut this Gragas, making sure this Gragas can't escape. Ideally, we push mid here and do Baron, right? Puts a shroom on this guy's hourglass body is pretty funny. He's gonna get shroomed immediately after coming out. They need to leverage this into a Baron somehow for sure. They need to either win this Baron fight or actually just get the Baron. Didn't get the crab, which is kind of important for Moose B next to the Baron. Somebody is basing, guys. We're just not Baroning. They really kill Gragas and they can't Baron. Like, you're not gonna find a better chance than this, I think. We just need to go, guys. Like, we need to find something here, please. The shrooms do reveal pink ward, I think. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, it does. It does reveal pink ward. Okay, well, they push mid. I mean, this is pretty sad. Like, we gotta get something, guys. Like, maybe Dragon here. They couldn't do Baron. Is pretty depressing. Like, guys, their literal entire mid laner is fucking dead, and we can't Baron. This is so sad. I mean, please, let's do Dragon. Okay, I think what's gonna happen here is they're gonna get the soul here. They're gonna get the soul here, or maybe Jinx will walk up. He's still trying to do some invisibility cheese. Yeah, you'll notice that he hasn't actually done too much invisibility cheese, this game. Okay, so he's just hitting the closest thing he can, which are the wards. He's just waiting for the fight to simplify, which means, you know, waiting for Olaf to use ulti, waiting for Jinx to show up. He's probably just dead here. Oh, actually, he does, in fact, end up surviving thanks to a bunch of Soraka heals in Redemption, and he actually did blind Olaf. Remember me, someone... Does Teemo blind affect Olaf, or Olaf is ulti? That's the question. Let me see. Did his blind actually affect Olaf? CC immune, right? So it didn't affect Olaf. Okay. So interesting how Olaf didn't... I'm surprised how this guy... I'm surprised Meko lived here. It's actually kind of interesting. How is Gragas not finding anything here, right? Oh, Gragas just like E'd the air, I guess. That was crazy. Gragas also didn't ulti? Very interesting, very interesting. Well, it looks like this is how they get Baron, and Baron needs a soul, and so is the game. So it seems to me that the power of this Teemo pick is definitely in the laning phase, where it's easy to outplay enemy jungle coming to your lane, or enemy getting level 2, level 3 power spike by going invisible. And the skirmishes, winning the skirmishes, because your blind can just nullify the enemy ADC, and use this early game lead to snowball into dragon control, which can give you dragon soul win con, because, you know, he was ahead with 2 dragons. Third dragon fight happened. They just gave up mid wave and fought, flipped the dragon, and then they ended up winning the dragon, which is third dragon. And then he just fought as often as he could with his item advantage, and hoped to win a lot of the fights. I think he probably should have focused more on maximizing his golden income, because I think a lot of the fights he tried to force, he didn't actually get anything, but he lost waves mid, right? You saw that Jinx was just perma pushing mid. I don't think he really got anything from those, so he probably could have optimized the mid game a little bit more. But he is fighting pretty well, and the front to back is actually not bad with this AD Teemo. I haven't seen AP Teemo yet, but the front to back looking very relevant, because he can threaten the front line, which is what you want to do on an AC when you're playing front to back, right? You need to be able to kill the enemy front line at a certain point with a certain amount of items. So it seems to me that Kraken Terminus Borg was like the point at which he could easily, not easily, but actually threaten Olaf. Olaf had to play carefully without, you know, otherwise he's gonna die without getting anything done, right? You know, Olaf runs in, kills everyone. If Teemo is strong enough front to back, you know, he can just kill Olaf, which you saw in the Baron fight. They're going for a base race here. Holy, enemy team going for a base race, thinking this is their best chance. Kind of smart, because enemy team doesn't want to actually fight 5v5, right? They want to make sure that they don't want to fight against Ocean Soul. But if they can't end here, Teemo's ending the game, right? So Meko going for the finish here. I'm pretty sure enemy team literally cannot base. He's going to try and 1v1 this Gragas for sure. That's what I would try and do. You got to kill this Gragas, right? It's a 1v1. You should flash on this guy for sure. Has a lot of damage here. Start hitting the tower, right? He has Ignite. I'm pretty sure he literally just kills Gragas. Hits the tower. Presses Q, auto attack, ignite Gragas. Gragas is just, I mean, he just ends the game here. Yeah, looking like a good choice to not base. He just needs to make sure, you know, sometimes the best defense is a good offense, right? So, wow. Well played, well played. I do think that the strat is looking viable as long as you are a Teemo one trick. I think if you just randomly pick up Teemo and attempt to do what he did, you're gonna... there's a bit of a learning curve, I think. A lot of it, I think, has to do with the first 15-20 minutes of the game, how Teemo interacts in the 2v2 and baiting jungle, right? And using that to generate some kind of like early game advantage to play around dragons, right? And activity, very important apparently for Teemo. You'll notice he sacked so many waves, and yet he still had like 4 items, able to fight front to back. So very interesting. Congrats on Meko again for getting Challenger with Teemo ADC. Notoriously a notoriously unfortunate role in solo queue where a lot of ADCs feel like they have no agency, but I think he proved that ADC can have agency, especially with an off-meta pick like Teemo. So hopefully you guys learned something from this or you thought it was interesting. And if you want me to do more, let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever, do that stuff. I will be streaming a lot more often nowadays. I'm trying a new, if you guys are still here, I'm trying a new system where Twitch subscribers will be able to submit a VOD, replay VOD, for me to kind of go over on stream. And I will pick these VODs through some kind of raffle. We're still trying to get it set up. It's in the works. But it's kind of gonna be like a new thing we're trying now. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time. Okay, peace.